Hi y'all, my name's Taylor and today I wanted to talk about my October reads. So this is my wrap up, my October wrap up. The last like 7 books I read in October, I think. So first up, I want to just go ahead and get this one out of my way. It was my least favorite book of the month. I hate giving books negative reviews. Like, I hate it. It makes me feel so bad. Just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean it's not someone else's cup of tea. This one was Alaskan Rescue. And it was a love inspired. I picked it because I needed an Alaska state, and this was a book my library had. It was a first in a series, so I did forget that love inspired is actually Christian based, but it wasn't like it wasn't thrown in your face too much. So like it didn't bother me. There were just like little things. So I didn't realize this was a K9 kind of mystery rescue. So the man rescues the leading lady and ends up being like her security guard because all of these things keeps happening to her. Like at first someone pushes her off a cliff, and then a couple other times she gets attacked. So he's staying with her, and of course they're falling in love. But things that happen to her, it turns out is 2 different mysteries. And while one mystery is wrapped up, another mystery is apparently throughout the book. And I didn't realize it was going to be, I thought it would like all wrap up, and I was kind of irritated because the mystery that didn't wrap up is the one that I would want to know what happened, but I don't want to read the rest of the series. So if you read the series, let me know what happens. I read 2 cozy mysteries this month. One of them was Murder is Binding. I liked it. It was okay. I almost DNF'd it because I did not like the relationship between the sister. I really didn't like the sister, like at all. And then at the end of the book, she's like staying, like moving in next door. So I don't know. I might pick up the next one if I had nothing else to read, but the mystery was pretty interesting. There was a good couple of red herrings, like who did it. It was okay. I didn't love it. The next one was Secondhand Spirits, which I actually really did like. So they had the audiobook, and I actually slowed down the audiobook because I enjoyed the narrator so much. That was like a first for me. But Secondhand Spirits is kind of like, she has a secondhand clothing store, and she's looking to put down roots, but then she gets called out to assess clothing that someone has, and that person is then murdered. And there is more of like a little supernatural element to the murder and everything, and she finds like a coven of witches to kind of be friends with, and then there's maybe like 2 love interests, maybe. I don't know who's gonna be the love interest, but I definitely want to continue the series. I actually requested my library purchase the rest, or at least the next book in the series, in audio format because they didn't have it. And they actually just did, and they just got it in, and I'm on hold for it. They didn't give me like first pick, but I'm on hold for the second book. I enjoyed it. Up next is End Earl. I loved it. I loved it. Bethany Bennett is now an auto-buy author for me. I know I raved about the first one. This was adorable. So this one, she has a twin brother, and he passes away as a child. But to get away from an evil uncle, she pretends to be the brother and pretends that she died. And so she dresses as a man, goes off to school, gets a job under the Earl of Carlisle. He doesn't realize she's a man, but he like kind of realizes she's like dainty, and he ends up like giving her the nickname Puppy because she's like enthusiastic. It's adorable. I loved it so much when he like finally figures out that like she's not a man, and I loved it. This was so good. And it had a really fun twist. I'm not gonna spoil it. Go read this. Yes, you can read it as a standalone, but I highly recommend the first book too. Any Rogue will do, I believe. I'm not sure. Bethany Bennett, auto-buy author. Love it. Next up, we have Beard in Mind, which is the next book in the Winston Brothers series by Penny Reed. I liked it. It was fine. I felt like it dealt with like kind of a lot of hard issues because she has like severe, I believe it's OCD, I'm not exactly sure, but she can't touch people. if she initiates the touch, she has this irrational fear that they're going to get hurt. But if they initiate the touch, that's fine. But she can't bring herself to talk about it. So she can't like tell people like, hey, I can't touch you. And so it really like strained her family relationships. And she has a couple other like things where like she can't do or has to do a certain way. But I liked it fine. It was okay. Cletus is still my favorite, but I do really enjoy Penny Reed's writing. Next, I needed a book for Louisiana, and so I listened to How to Date Your Dragon on, it's the Audible Plus catalog. And so the leading lady works for like a scientific group that kind of studies the supernatural, but the supernatural isn't out to the public yet. She's tasked to go to this little town where there's multiple supernaturals that all live together and kind of co-reside, and to see what they do to make it work, and to how to better, you know, once the supernaturals find out, how to like integrate them, I guess, kind of. But the sheriff is a dragon shifter, and of course they kind of like butt heads, but fall in love. It's adorable. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I probably plan to listen to the next one. It was a fun shifter story. I liked it. Last but not least is The Gift by Nora Roberts. So this was actually 2 stories, Home for Christmas and All I Want for Christmas. Home for Christmas was kind of cute, but I don't know. So these 2 high school sweethearts, he has to prove himself and go off and get a job and get a steady home before he can bring the girlfriend with him and or marry and bring her with. He wants to like prove himself kind of first. And like she understands, but when he leaves, she's pregnant. And she ends up kind of marrying for convenience and raising the son. And he never knows about the daughter, not son, the daughter. So then like 9 years later, he comes back to his hometown to like kind of show off. Like, look, I made it. Everyone thought I was stupid and I made it. And finds out he has a daughter. I guess maybe kind of a second chance. It was cute. It was okay. Christmas, holiday, cute. The next story was All I Want for Christmas, which was adorable because it has twin boys in it. And I'm a mom of twin boys. My twin boys just turned 7 this past weekend. They're so big. But this one was really cute. They get a new music teacher. Or first they write a list to Santa. And the only thing they want on the list is a mom. And they have some like stipulations of like what they want in a mom. And then bikes. That's all they want from Santa. And so then they get a new music teacher and they're like, it's her, it's our mom. And so they're kind of like matchmaking, and it was really cute. It was Christmas and twin boy. It was cute. Feel good, super cute holiday read. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my October wrap up. That's all the books I read this month. I have my cute Creating & Co. reading wrap up page that I did with my little stickers. I'm so excited for this. This is my little reading journal. You can check out all my other videos for my flip throughs and updates. Tell me, what were your favorite and least favorite reads in October? I want to know. Tell me in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I would love it if you would like and subscribe to the video. Until next time, bye, y'all.